cut it off. Uh-oh.
You blew something off. Charge pipe or something blown off. Leaking air system.
Okay.
Back to the garage, son.
Back to the studio.
Look, we've increased the power twice, 2 times on top what it had. So the 125 stock on it. They're gonna make 100, 105 on wheels. So you're gonna make around 270 on the wheels, 280 maybe. Here you go. But that's essentially 190% on top of what you have. Like Morgan Freeman driving Miss Daisy, you know. Oh, Mr. Officer, no, it wasn't me.
What's gone wrong? Oi, oi, oi.
Oi, oi, Savaloy.
What exploded?
Nothing, mate. I
Is
think
that all the code said?
Yeah. Intake leak detected. Boom. I've saved the log till then.
Okay.
I couldn't see nothing.
I'll let you know if it happens again, man.
But look at the intake temperatures. Nothing. You can touch it physically. Nothing there. Cold. Yeah, there's like nothing. But you know what? That's stupid design because you got enough space, so you could get rid of this location, make a CNC inlet from here, from an angle. You know what? Just looking at it.
Where else could it come from?
You could make a different manifold altogether.
Intake manifold?
Yeah, all we would need is a flange. Yeah.
Okay.
And we could make tubular manifold. Your engine is 1.4 litre, so ideally we want a manifold with 3 times the volume. It's not going to be very big. We could get a massive tube and do it that way, fabricated, cut tube into halves, because you need to make nice and like seamless inlets. Make it bigger, and obviously then we can extend the pipe, but make it come from here, because you've got so much real estate here is unbelievable. You're with me, and we can make it bigger, thicker, whatever.
Well, after concluding that the charge pipes had not blown off of the engine, we were good to go, booked in for the dyno run the following morning with a possible boost leak still unresolved somewhere in the car, but we've done the dyno anyway.
The turbo sounds a bit funny.
Yes.
Yeah?
Very, 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 very faintly.
You can hear it so clearly when you're in person in the car. The car hits max boost and it goes beep. And before that, you hear like a ticking sound, like tick, 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 tick. All right for a dyno run.
Not for long.
Not for long. So we've made it to Lindale Engines here in Peterborough to do the dyno run. I've done a poll on YouTube as well to ask you guys what you think it's going to make, and most of you are thinking around 250, 275 horsepower, but the tuner estimates over 280 to the wheels.
Look, that's what people with the ambient temperature.
50?
Yeah, it's Dubai, isn't it?
At least it being a Volkswagen and not a BMW.
Oh.
We ain't got to get granules
All
out.
the stick I get.
It's a 2 litre.
Is a big turbo 1.4.
But we've done the conversion, did them a video, so we've done flanges, charge cooler pipe, custom all.
The tuner in Colombia, he has like a similar build. They ran 20 PSI and got 270 wheel horsepower.
Be about 330 horsepower.
And you don't know if they're sprinkling something into fuel. It looks white and powdered.
We're like 100 horsepower short, but I kept up with the above, and he's running more power and I'm heavier. How does that work? That's wild. On their dyno, they pulled 270 to the wheels. With this setup, at less boost, do you think we could maybe go 1.8 bar? Perhaps there's more room to go then? I'll have a word with the tuner. We'll send him the results. Yeah, there might need to be some more tuning to be done. At least we know the real figure here. 10 degree ambient, not 50.
Disappointed.
A little. Realistically, what I was expecting myself is their wheel horsepower number to be brake horsepower number in reality. So it would be like a 270 brake or 280 brake. And what boost would we have to run? 3 bar?
Past probably 1.8 bar is a hairdryer. Look, we could have put humidity at 10, temperature at 50, boom.
Look at that.
60-70 brake in Arctic Circle with sub-Saharan conditions. Uncorrected for humidity, with the temperature at distant 40.
That's our graph.
Look, so we've made peak power at nearly 6. Peak torque is at 4.
Yeah.
And
Their
the
peak torque is 5.
Yeah, yours is moved backwards a bit.
Is there anything that we could do to like get rid of this adapter?
I don't remember how the original turbo wastegate went.
What, the blow-off valve? It came with like a up diverter valve with the plug all broken.
Ah, maybe
you remember?
Use that then.
People just block these off and then it goes if that's somehow the problem.
But I would like to know, point for point, whatever the they're using, like a recipe, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Someone else said run stock coil packs instead of these. File 8.
Another MPEG.
Oh yes, again.
Don't worry.
The movie maker.
I think he wants to be a movie director.
Maybe this is where we're going wrong. We're uploading movie files as remaps.
Ah!
Maybe that's it. That's where we lose 100
I would
horsepower.
put Die Hard on it, not
So with Bart's new revolutionary remapping strategy now in place going forward, we ended up calling a different tuner, sending him the data logs and the dyno result to try and get to the bottom of how we've managed to misplace 100 horses.
1.4. We get a 1.4 bar.
1.4 bar at 3,900.
It's 1.4 bar constant, that's it.
It holds to 5894.
We have one of these RTMG blow-off valves on it. You reckon that can be causing it?
What boost did he say he's requesting on it?
He says he's requesting, what did he say?
1.6?
1.6 bar.
Well, this is where we need to see actual and requested, because what it's making actual is 1.4.
Okay.
But you might find he's requesting 1.6, but it's only making 1.4 because the blow-off's leaking or something like that.
Listen, if I replace the blow-off with a plate and just it off for a minute,
Yeah, it's worth a try, but just data log it just to make sure it's all good.
I can make you a plate tomorrow at some point. We can literally put it with a bit of sealant and
Yeah, just as
see
a
what
test
happens. But
even, yeah.
then we would put the map sensor directly
Yes.
without that, and then but
That's
we have
the
to
main
go
thing,
for a drive. If for some reason that adapter is full in the map, which I doubt, you can also have, you know, that RTMG thing is leaking.
Yeah, could be.
Take for a spin and see what happens.
Yeah, because he did say he upped the boost again, I think.
Yeah, it's 2 PSI off. Engine light on it.
Engine light on. Haven't seen that for a while.
Random multiple cylinder misfire detected. And then cylinder 4, but it doesn't feel like a coil pack.
Normally it's like, my girlfriend's car, she actually had a cylinder misfire. I swapped the coil packs around and it followed.
Ah, yeah.
We know which coil pack it is. Car broken, engine broken.
Humpty Dumpty! Misfire, cylinder 4, EMO light on.
Random multiple cylinder misfire detected. What was the boost?
It was 2 PSI behind.
What was requested? 2700, 2080?
No, I did it on thingy. It's like 24 PSI requested.
So about.
But he was getting about 18. He was getting about 18, 20 PSI. But we only got it once, and the EMO light come on straight away.
Perhaps it's something to do with the blow-off valve that we're running. Perhaps it's the boost tap on the map sensor that is giving some sort of very inaccurate reading, and somehow we're losing like 100 horsepower. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. All we can do, I suppose, is, you know, run new logs, give them to him, try and get to the bottom of what's going wrong. Why are we making 100 less horsepower than we should be?